I just want it.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. So what you just saw was my brand, Socana Rose. I'm the designer for that clothing brand. It's African print inspired clothing for all sizes. I struggle to find African clothes to fit me and that were ready to wear. I always have to have it custom made. And sometimes you want to just run in the store and buy African clothing. So I decided to have these clothes made to fit all sizes. They stretch easily, so whether you're plus size, whether you're skinny, it doesn't matter. We have clothing to fit all of you. My booth is right there. I'm so proud to be representing us at New York Fashion Week next week. Yay! I'll be on Times Square. I have 2 shows, one at Stewart Hotel and another one in Times Square, on Times Square on 47th Street. Yes, God is good. So I'll be there representing us for Africa. And so please support me, follow me on social at Socana Rose, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere Socana Rose, and as well on the website is www.socanarose.com. Socana Rose stands for some kind of rose. And most of my clothes are made in Ghana and Liberia. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Put your hands together for Socana Rose. Beautiful, we eat in Africa. So we have design for everybody, every size. Yes.
For maintenance. Well, how are YouTube?
So right now we want to call one of our community leaders for another round of words of encouragement. This is our District 3 Gwinnett County Commissioner, Miss Marlene Foskey. If you are here, please come on stage. Miss Marlene, please let's put our hands together for her. Please put your hands together for her. Show us some top back love. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Hello. All right. I don't want to talk to myself. I just want to introduce myself. And first of all, thank you to the African American PAC, Women's PAC. We so appreciate you putting on this event today. My name is Marlene Foskey, and I'm a District 4 County Commissioner, and I cover the area of North Lawrenceville, North Swanee, Sugar Hill, Beaufort, Rest Haven, Auburn, and Brazelton. But most importantly, I just wanted to make sure that you know who I was. One of the things I strongly believe in is diversity. Gwinnett County is the most diverse county in Georgia. We are the most diverse county in southeastern United States. But most importantly, we are welcome. We are blessed to have the African community and culture here with us in Gwinnett County. We recognized this community back in August, I believe, when we celebrated the Immigrant Heritage Month. And one of the things we did then was to have a proclamation. I'm sure that we have another proclamation coming up soon. So one of the things I wanted just to remind you of is that I am your key connector to local resources. And that means if you've seen anything that has Gwinnett County's name on it, hey, if you have it like the buses, the parks, the water, transportation, anything like that, I am your local representative. And I am a county commissioner, always here, always ready to help. One of the things I also have done is I have appointed multiple people of African heritage to multiple boards. Right now, our own Gabe Okoye is our District 4 Planning Commissioner. Then besides him, I have another person who works on our Stormwater Board, and then I have the last person who also serves in another capacity on our Gwinnett County Citizens Policing Board. So I wanted to just take a few minutes to say thank you for all that you do. I wanted to let you know who I am, and I'm all about bringing people together. We are much better working together. Did anyone think that we're much better working together?
Yes.
I just want to make sure somebody's listening to me because it's hot up here. But if there's anything that you need, feel free to contact me. You can find me at electmarlenefoscue.com. I am actually up for re-election myself. 4 years ago, I was on the ballot with Stacey Abrams, and I am the first black district county commissioner ever in Gwinnett County 200-year history. Took 200 years, so you understand the challenges that I have. But because of that, I've been out there working for people. And one program I want to tell you about real quickly, I came up with a program called Project Reset. Project Reset helped people who needed help on their rents and on their utilities. And thus far, we have helped over 17,000 people not to be evicted from their homes, from their apartments. I've done that. So I'm always out there trying to figure out what is the need. So if you know of any ideas, anything you think that would be important, try to contact me. And of course, President Shinwei, hello. Thank you so much for all that you do. You're such a blessing to the community. We are excited about having this program here today. We love you, and anything that I can do to help in the future, just contact me. Thank you, everyone.
Hold on. Everybody make some noise for Miss Marley! Let me ask you a question before you go now. So, you're telling us you're going to extend the program where we're going to stop eviction, right?
Yes, we're going to extend that program at least to December. And one of the reasons why is that we know that the unemployment rate is lower. It's getting lower. So we know that we cannot, because we started that program in 2020. So we've been working and doing this for almost 2 years. But at some point, we do have to end the program. But it's only because we know that people are finding jobs. And right now, we want to make sure that there's a lot of jobs out there. And one more thing. The area that I cover is the mall, near the Mall of Georgia. So if anybody's been at the Exchange or been to Topgolf or Andretti, that's my first economic development project. So I wanted to make sure you knew that.
One more time for Miss Marley! Woo! Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to bring up another wonderful group. But please, like I said, we have a lot of vendors in the house. To my right and to my left, make sure you buy something from these vendors. All the way to that end, we have them over there, and we have the health people. Mr. DJ, help me with this echo. So please, patronize all these small businesses, and please, when Miss Stacey Abrams gets here, we want everybody to come closer. Feel free. Just be right in front of the camera right here. Don't stand in front, right behind the camera. So the next group that is coming up, they are a set of powerful Nigerian women, and I know I got my Congolese people ready to come up after them. So, with some African noise, with the help of this DJ, letting me know what's saying now we did here. Hold it. Special request from this powerful women. Please let's welcome NWAC, the Nigerian Women Association of Georgia. Let's go, Mr. DJ.
Hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Teresa Bak Ibebunjo. True Nigerian. And I belong to the Nigerian Women Association of Georgia. We've been in existence for 22 years. And what have we been doing for 22 years? We have awarded 620 scholarships to female Nigerian students. We have awarded 65 scholarships to female Georgia students. We support 15 orphanages in Nigeria. We help with rehabilitating trafficked women, and we work in collaboration with organizations like Sickle Cell Foundation. We work with MedShare right here in Atlanta. We work with the Cancer Society, and we volunteer. So if you need volunteers for your organization, just let us know. We'll step out, okay? And we've also taken as much as $2 million worth of medical equipment back to our home country, Nigeria. And we're looking forward to 22 more years of celebrating women and children. So thank you all for coming out, and long live immigrants in the United States.
Thank you, N-word. Thank you, N-word. Thank you, N-word. Right now, like I told you, we have a heavyweight boxer, Nigeria very own heavyweight boxer. He flew in all the way from California for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, the killer puncher, the man with the punch that knocked them out. He don't play in the ring. Please give this wonderful brother, Kyle De Latif, aka Power, all the love that you get. Yes, yes, power. Right now we got the power. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
My baby, I love you for you.
Let's go.
Give me love, you know it's no music. You see your body carry something I never understand. I must confess, your body very offensive. This got my defense, your defense.
So, can you turn it down all the way? So, please, Kyle De Latif, the heavyweight boxer, is here. He's going to be spending time with us all evening. Bring your kids to him. He has autograph to sign for them. He'll be signing autograph like I announced earlier. He has a fight coming up in Augusta, Georgia on the 25th of October. It's going to be a power fight. And we're going to be giving out tickets to some of our supporters. 15th of October. Please, I have his manager here from Worldwide Boxing. All the young African talent that want to be a boxer, we are going to recruit you on site today. Please, give it up to Mr. Vincent. Vincent, please make some noise. Make some noise. So, we have the team in the house. Let me tell you this. There was no reason for them to fly all the way from California. And they're going to fly out tonight after this program to support another friend, Andy Ruiz. So please take advantage of their presence, introduce your kids. They are here scouting talent. They are here signing autograph. Every autograph today can worth something where you put it on NFT. We are empowering our community. This is power right here. Kyle De Latif. So make sure when he steps down there, approach him, have conversation with him. We're going to still bring him back to come and say something to the people. Mr. Power, thank you for bringing the power. Thank you, thank you. So right now, call Ms. Omar to invite our next community leader to speak to us. Thank you very much.
Hello, 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 Africa. Hello, Africa. Hello, Africa. Hello. It is an honor. It is a privilege to introduce this wonderful, I call her my mother, I call her my auntie, but let me tell you, this is a woman to please welcome Mrs. Ezekwechi, Iyomi Ezekwechi,
We are from the same Abagana. I'm alumna Abagana. Let me go back to my language. Let me speak it a little bit. I'm alumna Abagana. I'm alumna Abagana. Abagana Kwado! Yo! Imo Kwado! Yo! Hey! There we go. That's my people. That's my home. Thank you. Please. Hey.
It's amazing. I don't get that lot, God do it. And I don't pay my rent, God do it. If you want for my hand, for God do it. If you want to see my joy, for God do it. I say anything and God do it. God do it. God do it. Anything and God do it. I don't change my name to God do it. I know I don't buy more to God do it. They say my market no go God do it. And then me say I no go God do it. Yeah, my brother, make them try their luck. My God do it. No, my God do it. No, my God do it. No. Anything I do, I God do it. No, I God do it. No, I God do it. No. As you don't pass exam, now God do it. Yeah. And then me say you no go back, but God do it. Yeah. You wake up, see today, last song, now God do it. Robbers, they rob, they don't see you, brother. No see you, my sister, oh yeah, better fast. God do it. God do it. God do it. As my wedding day, now God do it. And you don't tell where you do fine, but God do it. See, we go pop champagne today, God do it. And we go there dancing, cause God do it.
Wow, what a wonderful day, a wonderful reception. Couldn't have wished to be anywhere else but here. Thank you all so much. I want to thank the organizers and the founder of this wonderful festival for the invitation to come and share with my African people, with my American people, with my other white people that are non-African, because this is about all of us. This event, you know what they say, that there's a president of Ghana, the first president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, the Ghanaians. Give it up for Kwame Nkrumah. He was the first Pan-Africanist. What does Pan-Africanism mean? It means finding your culture, finding your roots, reconnecting, just being yourself and be proud of who you are. And so, let me put on my eyes. So, September has been aptly described as and declared as Immigrant Heritage Month. I thank the organizers again. And the theme for the festival is Uniting Our African Heritage Through Cultural Diversity. Cultural diversity is a timeless phrase and message. The key words here are African, heritage, culture, unity, diversity. I will provide insights into the key words. Who is an African? Kwame Nkrumah again said that I am an African, not because I was born in Africa, but Africa was born in me. I love that quote. So if you've ever been touched by anything African, you're African. Give it up if you're an African, please. So I ask you, are you? Is Africa born in you? Science Direct defines cultural heritage as a legacy of physical artifacts and intangible attributes of social inherited, a society inherited from the past generations. Diversity is a beautiful thing. The definition of diversity I found in this Ferris University write-up, it says, diversity is a range of human experiences, including but not limited to race, ethnicity, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, social class, physical ability, religious or ethnic value systems, natural origin, and political belief. That's what diversity is. It includes all of us. I add to it that without diverse thoughts and ways, our world will be uncomfortably boring. Have you ever seen, there are so many countless species of roses. Some of them have fragrance, some of them show vibrant colors, all to our joy. How sad it would be if only one person or only one group of people occupy this earth. What a boring place it would be. And so on unity, it's a big word for this wonderful festival. Other words that are related to unity are harmony, oneness, union, solidarity. Scientists have also proven that 99.9% of human DNA is the same for all human beings. So regardless of your skin color, our skin color, hair texture, facial features, we are all more alike than we are different. In the Bible, there is a call for unity. Psalm 133 reads as follows: "Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." I'd like for you, each and every single one of us represented here, to look into your own religion. You will find a call for unity, a call to unite with those people with various persuasions. You don't have to force anybody to believe in what you believe. If you want to share, but leave people alone to be who they are. An Igbo song that is based on this Psalm 133, if you know it, join me. It says, and I'll say it and then we'll sing it. Lee ka o si dị mma bụ njikọ nke ụmụnne. Ọ bụ na ịdị n'otu, lee ka o si dị mma bụ njikọ nke ụmụnne. It's an Anglican song adapted from this psalm. Lee ka o si dị mma bụ njikọ nke ụmụnne. Ọ bụ na ịdị n'otu, lee ka o si dị mma bụ njikọ nke ụmụnne. So, I used to sing way back when in the village choir, you know. I cannot really speak of unity without sharing my story, a personal family story my father told us and repeated here on Auburn Avenue in 1989. My father, Mr. Netaneze Mugo, of late memory, told me on Auburn Avenue a story in 1989. I had taken him and my uncle and our elderly friend from Cameroon to MLK Center just for him to see what America is all about. When we came out from the exhibit hall, we were just strolling down Auburn Avenue. I was younger then, and so my stride was quicker, so I zoomed off. After a while, I looked back and I saw my father. His hand was crossed across his chest, his head tilted to one side. He was just in deep thought. And if for Igbo people around here, if you understand what that means, somebody crossed like this, tilted, it means they are in deep sorrow or thinking or in deep thought. I asked him, what's the problem? My father now on Auburn Avenue retold me the story of my great-grandaunt. Her name is Wako. This setting was like in late 1700s. Because of a scrupulous business partner that her father had, she was sold off into slavery. Can you imagine? My heart goes out to our people who were brought against their will 400 years ago to this country. I asked my father, why are you telling me this story again, unprompted on Auburn Avenue? He pointed to his right The MLK birth home was on the right. He looked straight across the street and said, "Do you see those men under that tree?" He said, "They may be related to us." These are African American men, 400 years later, descendants of Africans. My father has never met them. But seeing them across over there prompted him, reminded him. Then you know what really touched me at the end of that story? He said, "You see those men? We may be related." So for those of you or those of us that think that recent immigrant Africans are different from the established African American community that was here, that made it possible for us to be here, please rethink, because we are one. We are one. To cut a long story short, he just told me that, and that led to the formation of Pan-African Festival of Georgia to celebrate unity. You are celebrating unity, and I'm so thankful for the organizers. So every time, since that story, each time I see an African American, I say, wow, I wonder if we are related. So we are one. Say after me, we are one. We are one. So on unity, please, anywhere you go, let that be your mantra. On unity we stand. Say on unity we stand. On love we stand. On diversity we stand. On love and heritage we stand. Our culture is everything. When you see an Igbo man or woman doing this, you wonder what they're looking at. Go find out. It might surprise you. So what I'm saying is that please regard every person as family. Regard every person you come across, you don't know. You don't know where you meet again. And it's not just solidarity and unity among people of African heritage. We're talking about solidarity with every other person we meet in our community. So I thank you so much. I don't want to take too much of your time. And this has been wonderful.
Round up. Rain is coming.
Here, we go back here. All the way from there across the Atlantic. Come and bring your heritage, and that's what you're doing. I see some children here. Bring it until they're young. Let them want it and be proud to pick up their head and go anywhere in these USA states and be proud of their heritage. Teach them. God bless you. And again, I thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A round of applause for her. Round of applause for her. Right now, we're going to go to another music performance all the way from Nigeria by the way of Southern Cameroon to Congo, Kupale, and to Guyana, and all music from all over the world. Please give it up to our Immigrant music. Let's go.
So I'm going to look over there.
You're going to go that way?
Yeah.
I'll go out in a little bit.
Oh, no,
What's funny is my outfit is rainproof, but my shoes are not.
Oh, tell me about it.
My outfit is rainproof, especially if it's cold. Oh my God. Do you have any idea where Shego Adega is? Is he in one of these? Not here yet?
I will send him.
Are people coming out of that? Are the speakers coming out of that?
No, everyone is.
Just here. Okay. Oh, stop.
Jamaica, yeah, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, Jamaica, yeah, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica,
Give it up to Ivory Coast.
Thank you. That was a tune from Ivory Coast. Blondie. We're going to continue with the traditional song. Featuring the singer on guitar.
How you all doing? Trying to represent the whole of Africa, touching songs from different countries. This is a Yoruba song, it's a folk song. Do you remember how we do Tales Under the Moonlight, right? Yes? This is Tale Baxile, how from you fire.
Check, check. Yep, sorry. Thank you. I'm going to bring on stage our very own, the Nigerian American PAC Executive Director, someone very close to home, to NAPAC Georgia and NAPAC USA, and also District 110 candidate. Please, we TAPAC love, Africa One Voice love, and every love on the house. Please welcome Honorable Shegun Adeyino, Executive Director, NAPAC USA. Mr. Shegun, you're welcome. Please put your hands together for him. Make some noise. Okay, you know, that's my constituency. And all day long, I have not announced my constituency, and I'm about to reintroduce my constituent. And here, Mr. DJ, turn me up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Wake up.
Supposed to be jai jai, kill up, come,
You know, the one thing that we need to change about that song, don't go lo 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 lo, is go vote, 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 right? We have to get out the votes. My name is Shegun Adeyino, and I'm running for House District 110, State Rep. It's a new district, Grayson, Loganville, Gwinnett, and a little bit of Lawrenceville, right? And we're gonna win. We're gonna win. So, let me not talk about myself yet. Let me talk about One Voice Africa. One Voice Africa is a movement of all African people in the state of Georgia and the United States. Because by having representation, you want to make sure our voices are heard. And we came together a few years ago because we knew in Georgia our voices wasn't being heard. We're all in our different compartments, working on our own projects in our communities. But we came together 4 years ago to make sure that our voices are heard, and we work together. And that is the result of today. So let's give the African Women PAC a big round of applause for doing what they've done today. It has never been done in our community, right? So, I mean, this is really huge for us as a community. And we're going to continue to do this. So I thank the women, because the women know how to mobilize, right? Our women know how to mobilize, and that's what they're doing. Now, why is your vote and your voice important? Because in our community, we all have interest. We all have interest. And that interest is determined by our lawmakers in the state of Georgia and on the federal level too. And when our interests are challenged, when women's right to choose is challenged, we need to speak up. When we're worried about if our kids are going to be safe in schools, we need to do what? Speak up. If we're worried about our education system, if we're going to have enough bus drivers, teachers that can teach, and not babysit and worry about someone walking through the door with a gun, then our voices must be heard. So we have a lot of legislators here today. They're here not just to have a good time with us, but they're here to speak to you, to talk about their platforms and why we need to be engaged and involved, because it's important. So one thing I'd like to put on your mind that's very important is that we all here are leaders. We're leading just by being here today. So I want you to repeat 3 things after me. And it's very important because this is my motto and it should be everyone's motto. Because we're here today, we're ready to lead, we're ready to vote, and guess what? Ready to win. Once again, ready to, all right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up a few of our candidates that are running for office. And I met this beautiful, and I'll say beautiful because it's important to define, young state rep, Jen Jordan, state senator, sorry, not state rep because I'm in trouble already. State senator, I was thinking about my role. State Senator Jen Jordan. She's a candidate for Attorney General, and that is really huge. And I'm glad she stepped up to that role after legislating for some years. And we're going to hear from her. So let's give a big African warm welcome. Jen Jordan.
Good afternoon, y'all. How's everybody doing? Feeling pretty good? All right, my name is Jen Jordan. I have been a state senator since 2017, and I represent Fulton County and Cobb County, not Gwinnett, unfortunately. So I'm having to get to know a lot of y'all. But I'm originally from South Georgia, and so growing up, I was raised by a single mother, and she had a beauty shop, and every day after school, I would go to that beauty shop, and that's how I grew up. I grew up sitting there listening to those women talk about their lives and their problems and their issues. And what I came away from that experience was it didn't matter who you were in a community, that everybody, bad stuff happens to everybody, right? And when bad stuff happens to you, you really need someone that's willing to stand up and fight for you. And so I think that's why I went to law school. So I've been a lawyer for over 20 years, and when I went to law school, I had never even met a lawyer. I had no clue what that meant. But when I went to law school, I realized that the law is a powerful thing, and y'all know that. The law can be used for good, it can be used for justice, but you can't have justice without equity, right? That's the thing, and that's what we always have to remember. And so I've been a state senator for 5 years, and what I realized is that the current Attorney General, and I don't think anybody probably knows his name, so I'm not going to say it, but you don't know his name because he hasn't been fighting for you. He hasn't been standing up for the people of this state. I don't even think that, I would query that he probably hasn't even been out to Gwinnett County to see y'all. And so the issue is this. We need a lawyer in the Attorney General's office that's actually going to stand up for the people of the state of Georgia and make the people of the state a priority. And so a lot of you may be saying, well, who cares about the lawyer for the state? That's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal because the Attorney General's office can hold folks accountable. When there are bad things happening in a community, whether we're talking about police abuse, whether we're talking about, elected officials that may be corrupt, the Attorney General is the person who can go into these communities and hold people accountable. Voter suppression, right? Y'all get this. When people try to prevent people from voting, from lawfully casting a vote, the Attorney General has a role there to make sure that that doesn't happen and that the people of this state are protected and that they can cast a vote. And so it's one of those things where it's one of probably the most powerful offices that nobody knows about. So I wanted to make sure that I came here to talk to y'all because you're an important constituency to me, okay? Y'all are important. And folks need to understand that in Gwinnett County, it is ground zero. It is ground zero in terms of winning elections from now forward. So if anybody wants your vote, they need to come here and they need to ask for it. And y'all need to make sure that those people are going to be fighting for each of you. I'm so excited to be here. I will tell you that in this country, anybody who is here came from somewhere else, right? Unless you're a Native American. Everybody came from somewhere else, right? And that's what makes this country so incredible, the melting pot. But what we always have to remember is that it's so important to keep our traditions, right? They're so rich. Everything from food to clothing to art. It's all the things that kind of make up our communities. And so it's so incredible to be here and kind of be with all of you, see all the beautiful clothes and all the beautiful people. And I'll tell you, the children that are dressed up are just amazing. So thank you so much for listening to me. Please vote for me. I'm Jen Jordan. And so you can turn around and show the general, like Jen, general. Get Attorney General. I know. It's something a little cheesy, but we got to do what we got to do. So please get out and vote. Early vote starts October 17th. Go in person. Absentee ballots they've made it too hard to get, and don't risk your franchise. My name is Jen Jordan. I can't wait to be your next Attorney General.
All right, let's thank Senator Jen Jordan for coming out and speaking to you about her platform. Go out and vote, right? Go vote, right? Chief Gabe, please put it to the stage. We're going to need you up here in a minute. Chief Gabe Okoye. All right.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Africa. My name is Elena Makwa-Diekman, and I am a member of the African Women's PAC, and I'm so happy to have you all here. I want to welcome our beautiful Congolese women. Are you here today? I believe the leader of the group's name is Michelle Movang. Did I say the correct? I want to welcome. Are you here? Please raise your hand. Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Africa.
Les pacificateurs jusqu'au bout, Vital Cameroun. You no gagat, Rosoba no gagat. You no gagat, Rosoba no gagat. OLK, initiative plus. Toda Goliath, toda Gomela, toyena programme.
If you are from Africa, and you know we are Congolese, we like music. We like dancing. So that was just a little bit of that. So my name is Michelle Mwang. I am the president of Mama Telema. Mama Telema simply means women stand up. Because we believe when women stand up together, something happens. Big things get accomplished. That's why we are here today, right? So I'm going to introduce us just a little bit about what we do. Our mission is to empower women, to encourage African women to develop themselves, to go forward, especially the next generation to come, the children, African children that was born in the United States. We've got to push them hard, teach them our culture, lead them to know what Africa is. Very important. With that saying, we have accomplished so many things. Noted, couple food drives around in the community. We have helped women-to-women shelter. We have also sent money to children, blind children in the Congo. And we still have more to come. So thank you so much for having us and giving us the opportunity to be part of you. We are all African and we are all working together.
Thank you so much. Real quick, because I can't hold the mic because I'm going to take long, but here's all I want to say today. Our togetherness is our uniqueness. So, when we come together, we are stronger together. That's all I want to say.
Boss, Eric Mandala. The one and only. Le patron avec la chou. Papa Benjamin Wenga.
Okay, where's want to introduce a very, very lovely lady, a very strong woman, that is Mayor Beverly Burks from the city of Clarkston, a very vibrant and excelling community.
Thank you so much. And yes, I know I'm all waiting for Annette, but I am Beverly Burks, Mayor of the city of Clarkston, the most diverse city per square mile in the United States. And so I am so happy to celebrate African Immigrant Heritage Month. And one of the things that I've done as mayor, and we're going to have that voted on Tuesday, is that I have done a proclamation from the city of Clarkston to recognize African Immigrant Heritage Month. So I wanted to make sure, because in Clarkston we have 60% of African heritage. And I thought it was very important to make sure that I recognize my community. And so it is with great pleasure and pride that I make sure that everyone in our community matters, and I recognize all of our differences in terms of who we are. And so we all come together, and that's why I wanted to make sure we did the resolution, to show that whether you come from Africa via the slave, or you came as an immigrant or refugee, we are all family. And we all need to make sure that we all come together, because together we're stronger. And so make sure that this November you show your strength with your vote. Now, I'm not running again, thank God. So, I got this for 4 years. But what's important is that you recognize the power that each one of you have. Elections can change by just a few numbers. But you need to understand the most important number is 1, and that's you. So make sure that you go to the polls, make sure that you encourage people to get registered to vote, and make sure that you go vote, because we always say this election is the most important election. Well, your involvement in this election is the most important piece of it. So make sure that you are involved, engaged, have that enthusiasm. If you hear people saying there's no enthusiasm about it, make the enthusiasm. But the most important thing is get out the vote. Come to Clarkston, where possibilities grow, and we are more than happy to have you. And thank you for having me today.
All right, please give Mayor Beverly a big round of applause. You know, Clarkston is one of the most diverse cities when it comes to the African community. We have a lot of Africans from Somalia, from Ethiopia, from Eritrea, from Nigeria, I can keep going on and on. But they do the work from Congo. They do the work. So that's why we all have to represent and do the work. Before we get going, I'm going to have a couple more people come up, and I'm going to introduce, everything about us in life is important, but one thing that's important is food, right? One thing that's important is food, and I know some of you have patronized the vendors that are selling food, so make sure if you haven't bought any food from those vendors, you do that today, because African food is sweet too, right? Right? All right. But quickly, because food is so important, we have a candidate with us who's running for Commissioner of Agriculture by the name Nikita Hemingway. Ryan. Please give her a big round of applause.
Ryan.
But she's going to talk about what she's going to do for us, put food on our tables, right?
I love it. This is truly, truly, truly an honor for me. And I am super ecstatic to be here. My name, again, is Nikita Hemingway. I am a 5th generation farmer, former corporate executive, entrepreneur, wife, the Democratic nominee for Commissioner of Agriculture. And when I win my race, I will be the first African American and the second woman in our nation's history to be elected to this position. My political journey began 4 years ago when a no longer here Gwinnett County Commissioner stood on my land and told me I would be better off selling my farm to Quick Trip than getting him to remove his restrictions. And so when I decided to run for office, it wasn't because I wanted to be a politician. It was because I understood the equity in agricultural problem. And when I looked around, I was the most qualified person to solve this issue. My grandparents were rice farmers off of the Savannah River. And for more than 100 years, my family owned 360 acres, and now we own none of it. Representation matters. The African American story begins with agriculture. The African story is well rooted in agriculture. And so it is important to understand not only our journey, but our opportunities in our space and how we're going to not only move society forward, but our people forward. So I'm on your ballot this November, and I'd love to have your support, because the change that we are going to bring to Georgia is going to be so profound that people all over the world are going to be celebrating, because it's time. God is in the atmosphere, and we're ready. So again, without further ado, Nikita Hemingway, I am the Democratic nominee for Commissioner of Agriculture, and I am excited to represent you in November. Thank you.
All right. So give our commissioner, because I'm feeding existence, Commissioner of Agriculture, a big round of applause. Awesome. All right, so moving up, we're going to have to introduce a brother of mine who introduced me. Okay, just a quick announcement. To everyone standing behind, if you can just don't mind moving to the front, all the way to the front, so we can fill in all these spaces. All right, thank you. All right, so in our community, we have leaders. And this leader has been exemplary and demonstrated that not just in the African community, but in all of Georgia. And he has made an impact in Gwinnett. And he's also running for State House Rep District 102. So without further ado, I'd like to bring, and I call him Chief because we have to respect people who have accomplished a lot and done all the hard work. And he happens to be the husband of the president of a group that's leading of the African Women PAC. I mean, they've done an amazing job, right? To bring us here, right? The African Women PAC. Let's give them a big round of applause. And I bring on my brother, my friend, my chief, Gabe Okoye. I bet good musical. We can't come up without musical. We can't put.
He don't cast, last. Now everybody go to our breakfast.
Give me some volume to the mic. Hello. Are you there? Okay, it's back. So if you're there, make some noise. Because you're about to meet somebody really big in Georgia politics. Before then, I want to tell you that my name is Gabe Okoye, and I'm running for state rep in District 102. I'm not going to spill you on all the things I am going to do, but I'll tell you one thing. We have a choice, democracy or fascism. You get to pick one. So right now, I have with me on stage Ms. Vivian Ayafo. Not Ngia, but Ms. Vivian. And together we're going to introduce to you the next governor of Georgia State.
Hello?
Together.
I don't hear you all clapping. Can you all clap? Can you all give her an applause?
Yes.
Can you all scream?
And the women of Africa, you know how to receive your fellow women in Africa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do we have the women in the house?
Yes.
Ngemba, oh yeah.
Yes.
One voice, oh yeah.
Yes.
Topak, oh yeah.
Yes.
Congo, oh yeah.
Yes.
Is Cameroon in the house? Southern Cameroon's in the house?
Everybody.
Okay, Sierra Leone, say, Stacey Abrams. Nigeria says Stacey Abrams. Okay, who else?
All of you say Stacey Abrams. All of you.
The next governor of Georgia, the United State of Georgia.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you too. Hello. Y'all look fantastic. Well, look, I can go home now. They told me they got me. There we go. It is my honor to be here. As you may have heard, I don't like to take anything for granted, but my name is Stacey Abrams, and I intend to be the next governor of the great state of Georgia. It is such an honor to be at this Heritage Festival because what you represent is what I want Georgia to represent. Bringing who we are with us, but looking to the future for what we can do next. That's our job. I am so proud to be here. I want to say thank you to Gabe and Vivian. I want to say thank you to Adefe. I want to say thank you to my friend Hattie Jallo Kulabali, who had to leave you every single day until we get to the election, and every day after that we will be rising together in the state of Georgia. I'm running for governor because I believe we deserve access to safety, to justice, and to opportunity. We live in a state right now that has this generational opportunity. We have a $5 billion surplus after we paid all of our bills, after we put money into our savings account. We still have $5 billion. And my opponent wants to give that money to the wealthiest Georgians. He keeps saying he wants to do a tax cut, but let's be clear about what he means. My plan is a little different. My plan is to expand Medicaid in the state of Georgia to give access to health care to our people. If we expand Medicaid, we'll create 64,000 new jobs, give health insurance to 500,000 people. We will save the Atlanta Medical Center and hospitals across this state. We will save the jobs in this state, and we will create opportunity in this state. He wants to spend the money on the wealthy. I want to pay in dollars to start and give an increase of $11,000 to all of our educators. But I also want to make sure that we are investing in our children and that we're telling them the whole story of their history, not a made-up story because we're lying to our children about who they are. How do you teach about the transatlantic slave trade if you can't talk about slavery in the state of Georgia? How do you raise resilient adults if you don't tell them about I believe that in a state that is number 9 for gun violence, where guns are the number 1 taker of our children,
not cancer, second graders at the exact same time. I'm running because I believe in a woman's right to control her body and control her future. And it's taken a man to break our American promise. It's going to take a woman to put it right. I'm running because I know that justice belongs not to them, but to just us. We deserve to have who we are. And that is why I'm so proud to be on this ticket with Jen Jordan, who will be the best Attorney General for the state of Georgia. We need an Attorney General who's going to fight for our people, not fight our people. Not put our people back in prison instead of putting them in schools. We need a governor who doesn't believe in the school to prison pipeline, but the school to wealth pipeline, the school to prosperity pipeline, the school to the future pipeline. I'm running because I know that if we do our jobs, when people make mistakes, they can be on a road to redemption. Because just because you lose your freedom doesn't mean you should lose your humanity. But my opponent thinks that if he just puts enough people in prison, we won't notice he's doing nothing for the people who are left behind. I'm running for governor because we can do all of these things without raising a dime in taxes. We just have to raise our expectations of who's in charge. That's why I'm running to be the next governor of Georgia. I'm running because I believe in small businesses. You see, I grew up working poor. My mom and dad had just enough money to rub together, but not to do any much more. But they raised us with 3 jobs. Go to church, go to school, and take care of each other. They said go to church because they wanted us grounded in a faith larger than ourselves, but they said that faith was supposed to be a shield to protect, never a sword to strike others down. My parents said go to school because education is a passport to your future. And if you get that education, there's nothing you can't do. And they said take care of each other. Because not all of us are going to rise at the same time, but we all deserve to have a path to prosperity. And so I'm going to invest in our children. I'm going to invest in our small businesses. I'm going to invest in our people. I'm running because I know our small businesses, and so many of you are represented here. When PPP was being given out, none of it made it to our communities. That was the job of the governor, to make certain that help got to everyone. He managed to get it, but did you? We need a governor who actually understands how small businesses work. 99% of the businesses in Georgia are small business. 43% of the jobs in Georgia are created by small businesses. But this is a governor who will roll out the red carpet for a mega corporation, but you're lucky if you get a piece of the rug if you're a small business in Georgia. I want to create a small business investment fund of $10 million so that we can help small businesses get access to the services they need and the support they need. I want to make sure that when you get contracts in the state of Georgia, the contractors look like Georgia. Right now, less than 1% of state contracts go to communities of color. I'm going to change that as the next governor of Georgia. And I'm going to make sure that if you want to bid on a contract in Georgia, you don't have to already be a mega corporation to build and imagine you can be. But we need a governor who sees us, who is willing to serve us, and who will stand with us. And if you don't know where I've been standing, I didn't get this job 4 years ago, but I didn't go anywhere. When I didn't get this job, my responsibility was to still serve the people of Georgia. So I created Fair Fight to demand a fair fight in our democracy, to make sure that we have the right to vote and the right to have our votes counted. And while I was there, I helped pay off the medical debts of 68,000 Georgians. I created Fair Count to make sure that every person in the state got counted, especially communities of color and immigrant communities. And for the first time in 30 years, Georgia did not have an undercount of black and brown people in the state of Georgia. That's the work that I did. And while we were at it, we put Wi-Fi devices in 151 communities when the governor was unwilling to do anything to help those communities get connected. And then I created the Southern Economic Advancement Project because I believe economic prosperity is how we lift our communities. And we cannot rise if we don't have the economic security to do more. We can't do what we need to do if we are held down by poverty and by inaction and by inequity. And not only did I create this organization and we did a lot of good work, we also helped get vaccines to communities that were too far away from opportunity. If that's what I'm willing to do when I don't have the job, imagine what I'll do when I have it. But I can't get there without you. The African diaspora is the secret weapon in the state of Georgia. come from a mighty continent to a mighty state, and we are mighty close to getting this done. But I need you to show up, and I need you to call your friends, the ones who say, I don't vote here because politics, I just don't trust it. You don't have to trust politics, trust me. You may not be into politics, but I promise you politics is into you. And it's counting on you to stay home. It's counting on you to stay silent. It's counting on you to not remember what we know we are and who we can be. But I'm counting on you to do something different. On November 8th, I need you to show up. I need you to show out. And I need you to show America what we can do when we do it together. I don't want you to vote for me because I'm black, but if you do vote for me, I'll be the first black woman in American history to be the governor of the state. You don't need to vote for me because of where I'm from, but you know because of where I'm from, I'm never going to get who I am. And I'm going to do everything in my power to lift us up. When I was in high school, my father and my mother were on the edge of poverty. My dad had gotten hurt on the job. He fell off a scaffolding. 15 feet, broke his back. And when he was trying to get his workers' comp, they told him he had to have experimental surgery to get that workers' comp. My dad said, I'm not letting you experiment on my back. I've got 6 children to take care of. And so they cut off his workers' comp. Wow. So my dad went from being able-bodied, taking care of his family, to driving pizza delivery. For him, it was noble work. It was work he needed to do to take care of his family. My mother was a librarian, and together they were trying their best to keep things together. But sometimes we didn't have running water. Sometimes we were on that really good commodity cheese. We would go to New Orleans to debate, and I did my best never to spend that $20. Every time they gave me that money, I would put that money in my pocket and try to hold on to it. And after the semester was over, I came home and I gave that money back to my mom and dad and said, look, I never spent that $20 you gave me. My mom and dad said, well, why not? And I said, well, you know, I wouldn't go out with my friends. I wouldn't go to the French Quarter or to Jackson Square. I wouldn't go to the museums with them. I wouldn't go to dinner with them because I wanted to save your money. And my parents looked at me with the same look of disappointment y'all have on your faces right now. You see, I thought I was a wise 15-year-old, but my parents looked at me and said, we gave you that money to invest in you. We gave you that money because we believed in you. You didn't do us a favor by hiding that money away. We needed you to use that to rise up. Well, right now, the governor wants to hide our money away. I want to invest it in our people. I want to invest it in our future. And if you will rise with me, we will get it done. Thank you so much.
All right. Who is she, the next governor of the state of Georgia? Stacey Abrams. All right. We know that Stacey loves to talk to the people, and she had a request just to take 2 questions because we don't have a lot of time, and I'm going to have the beautiful Vivian ask the questions quickly.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Stacey. I would like to have Prince Odu on stage, please. And you have the mic.
Thank you very much. My name is Professor Prince Odu. I'm a resident of Gwinnett County here from River State, Nigeria. In fact, I remember our next governor, the first black female of state of Georgia to be Stacey when she was at Spelman College. That is way back. And in fact, she was one of my friend and a brother, Dr. Abi Oramie. Abi taught her economics. So it's not by accident. She's been a very hardworking young woman, a lady that believes on the people because the people matter. So right now, my question is, even if you have spoken about things that you intend to do, Brian Kemp is the incumbent. What are the 3 ways you differ from him that will help the people of Georgia?
Sure. So the question is, what are the 3 ways I differ from Brian Kemp? So first and foremost, I believe in diversity as a strength and not as a threat. Let's not forget that when he ran for office the first time, he said he was going to round people up in his truck and take them to the border. He has been to visit the Texas border 3 times as governor.
we are nowhere near Texas. But he does it because he wants to send a signal to those who think that immigration is a threat. He wants to be able to smile at us, but wink at them to show who he is. I know that diversity is our strength. I know that immigration pours $30 billion into our economy, and I know that this is a community that lifts us up. So that's one way I differ. Number two, I think that healthcare is a human right. And this is a governor who is refusing $3.5 billion every single year of your money. Raise your hand if you pay federal taxes. Then you've already paid for Medicaid expansion this year. Already you've paid for it, but it's not coming to Georgia. It's going to Kentucky and Indiana. It's going to New York and New Jersey. It's going to California and Louisiana because he refuses to bring our money home. And now we're going to lose a level 1 trauma center in the middle of Atlanta. A hospital survived for 100 years will shut down because he does not believe that working people deserve access to health care. Because when we talk about Medicaid expansion, we're talking about if you make $9 an hour right now, you are considered too wealthy to get health insurance. Medicaid expansion allows you to finally have access. And for the women and men in this room who are taking care of family members, he doesn't think that caregiving is real work. So we differ because I believe that taking care of someone, I get to take care of both of my parents. They live with me. I invited them for 2 weeks. It's been a year and 17 days. Anyway. But I tease them about it, but I'm so privileged to have them. When they get sick, I can be there for them. That is a privilege we should all enjoy as Georgians, and we differ in that way. And number three, I don't think you lie to your children about who they are and where they come from. Not necessary. He has not only made it illegal to tell the truth to our children, he has refused to pay our teachers the wages they are worth. I believe in public education. Public education saved my life. I am standing here because I am a graduate of public education, because it sent me to Spelman College and the University of Texas and Yale Law School, and it brought me back to Georgia. He slashed $1 billion from public education, and even though he put a little money in this year, let's remember, he didn't get that money. That money came from Senator Raphael Warnock, Senator John Ossoff, and our congressional leaders. And so if you care about education, if you care about justice, if you care about opportunity, if you care about diversity, then you care about the things I care about, because Brian Kemp certainly does it.
No. Okay, the second question goes to Lady Desiree Tisdale. Lady Desiree Tisdale. All right.
Hi.
All right.
I'm well. How are you?
My question to you is this. When you become the rightful governor of the state of Georgia, how will you incorporate various people of African descent into your administration?
Yes. Thank you. So the question is, how will I incorporate? So I want to start with the fact that Hattie Jallo Coulibaly, who is not here tonight because of a family emergency, I helped hire her at my first company, at Now Accounts. Yes. And my belief is that you hire to look like Georgia. I hired more communities of color than any other person at state level. In fact, I was the first person to have a black chief of staff who was a leader. I was the first woman and the first black person to be the leader in the House. And when I got that job, I intentionally reached out to hire people who were never going to get those opportunities. I have one of the most diverse campaigns in the state's history. And as governor, I'm going to appoint people of African descent not only to the boards and commissions of the state, but to leadership positions in state government. I'm going to make sure that your voices are heard and that your faces are seen, because your issues have to be addressed. Revenues generated in the state. And when you less than 1% of the contracts, at the rate that he has been going, and that his predecessor was going, and that predecessor was going, it will take 100 years to achieve economic parity in the state of Georgia. You elect me, I can get it done in 15 years, 6 years if you let me get it there fast. Any other questions? Nope, I'm not allowed. Here's what I am allowed to do. I'm allowed to take a picture with y'all.
All right. Well,
we're going to do a selfie. So I want folks to kind of come in together. But if you are a tiny person, if you're a little person, come first. Stop. No. I mean young. Back up. Back up.
People in front.
Back up. Back up. Unless you are under the age of 10, you are too close to the stage. Back up. Back up. Guys, y'all, I gotta go, so seriously, back up. Ma'am, I need you.
Can you move?
Ma'am, I need you to go. So turn around and face me.
This way, face her, face her.
Face me.
Face the stage, please.
Me, okay.
And if you can just step back.
I need y'all to face me. I need folks to back up so the young people can get to the front.
Let's move back. All the kids, come forward.
Okay.
All the kids, let's leave space for them.
Everybody's take one big step back. Everybody, one big step back. And then let the kids come forward. There we go. Come on. Okay. There we go.
All the kids, come forward. All the kids.
Can all the adults please move back?
Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm going to practice being governor. If you are an adult who can hear my voice, take one big step back. Okay. If you are an adult who can hear my voice, take one more big step back. Good. Now, if you are young, take one big step back.
There you go, Governor.
Okay, take one more big step back, young people. Perfect. Now, if you're on the sidelines, take one big step in. I'm good for this. I'm going to get this job done well. There we go. Okay. And now, if you have a phone that is up, put it down. There we go. And now I'm going to turn around. I'm going to take a picture. I promise you we can see you all. Do not try to jump up. I'm going to have you go right over here. Okay? And you, I'm going to have you go right over there with your beautiful pink. She's been scowling at me all day. But you're cute. There you go. Okay, here we go.
Say cheese. Abrams for governor. One Georgia, one West Africa. Just one quick picture. If all the African Women Pack execs can come up quickly.
All the African Women Pack, everybody. All the African Women Pack, come on stage.
Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. All I did was win, 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 win. All I did was win, 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 win. I say I jump my way. Now who you give me, I jump my way. I say I jump my way. Now who you give me, I jump my way. You will see it. I said that way, yeah. So you fought to let me. You not let me say you fought to let me. You fought to let me. You not let me say you fought to let me. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. Thank you so much. When Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When I can go away with you. When I need you, we hurt now. When I need you, with you. Yes. All I do is win, 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 win. All I do is win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you was born to win. All I do is win, 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 win. All I do is win, 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 win.
Okay, don't you leave. We got more performances coming. Let's go, let's go. Thank you, Topa. Thank you, Ceci Emblem, for coming through.
I say I jump over it. I say your time, now your time. Nobody can stop it. I say your time, now your time. Nobody.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
They can do what they do. And they can talk all the talk. They can do what they do. Yeah.
We got more performances.
Holy God, fire the person. I'm not fire the person. All I do was win,
DJ.
win, 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 win.
DJ.
All I do was win, 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 born to win.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we're gonna take the performance from one of our brothers.
All I do is win, 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 win. All I do is win, 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 win. You will see a kuro with a baby apple. You will see a kuro with a small, small apple. You will see a kuro with a baby apple. You will see a kuro with a small, small apple. You overbless you lay.
Anthony Lane. Anthony Lane. Anthony Lane.
I'm not your time, nobody can stop it. I'm not your time, nobody can stop it. I say a jumbo, now who you do, I mean a jumbo.
Anthony Lane. Anthony Lane, where are you? Okay, here. I need you to Donna, introduce Donna and our resolution.
Hello, everyone. I want to introduce a very important person, but first with a little background. A few months ago, in January, we had a meeting. The African Women's Pact, we had a meeting. And during that meeting, we realized that we needed to get recognized for what our culture entails, our heritage, and everything involved. And that's when the idea of the African Immigrant Heritage Month came about. But we needed help. We needed it to be passed on the state level. And the main person that was willing and able to help us to get the African Immigrant Heritage Month resolution passed in our state government is Donna McLeod. We are privileged to have her here today to speak on the great work that she did for us. So here we have Donna McLeod. All right.
I was born in the island of Jamaica, which is the diaspora of Africa. And I am a proud, proud person to stand with the continent of Africa because all mankind came from Africa. So we should always be proud to be African. So I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to bring this resolution to fruition. And at the end of the day, we are going to make Africans and African descendants the most powerful people like we've always been. And we've always known that we were. And we will continue to be because we are the Alpha and the Omega. We're the beginning and we're the end. So at the end of the day, we will always continue to rise. So I'm going to go ahead and read this resolution. This is House Resolution 1015 by Representative Donna McLeod from the 105th District, Representative Scott from the 76th District, Representative Davis from the 87th District, Representative Billy Mitchell from the 88th District,
Representative Carter from the 92nd District, and so many more. Recognized in September 2022 as African Immigrant Heritage Month for all other purposes. Whereas each September, African Immigrant Heritage Month is recognized in over 30 states, Georgia now being one of them. Across the nation, it serves as a time to honor the struggles and the triumphs of a people of African heritage over the most devastating obstacles. Whereas the state of Georgia boasts the third highest population in African immigrants in the nation and has been enriched by the contribution of this community. Whereas African immigrants and the people of African heritage have made exceptional contribution throughout our history in such fields as science, medicine, business, law, government, and I know you guys just talked to Shagun and Gabe, so there's going to be some more Africans represented in the House of Representatives, sports, education, arts, and they have played a pivotal role in preparing our state for global outreach and economic success. Whereas, for aiding our local communities as essential workers, to expanding our state commerce, to serving in the armed forces. The accomplishment of African immigrants and people of African heritage are underscored by a cultural commitment to excellence. In many industries, determination, talent, intelligence, and appreciation for an exemplary work ethics which has promoted the growth and character of our state. Whereas the state of Georgia recognizes the many contributions of African immigrants and their children to our country and is proud to reinforce our commitment to be a nation of opportunity and hope for every citizen. Whereas African Immigrants Heritage Month has served as a community to celebrate the positive difference African immigrants and people of African heritage have made on behalf of the cultural and political life. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the House of Representatives, this is hot out here, guys, by the House of Representatives and the members of this body recognize September 2022 as African Immigrant Heritage Month and commend this celebration of all Georgia citizens. Be it further resolved by the clerk of the House of Representatives and is authorized and directed to make an appropriate copies of this resolution available for distribution. Again, congratulations to the African immigrants, African diaspora. Let's celebrate. Let's make this always a celebration about our heritage and who we are as a people. We have given so much to this world and we'll give them so much more. So let's get it done. Let's enjoy and be proud to be Africans and African descendants. Thank you.
I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. What's the way? So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. Yeah. So don't be better talk when I want to talk. Me have enough to say. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. So everybody help me sing it out. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. So me I live my life today. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. So me I live my life today. Make a change, don't make nobody stress you. Don't make no blood pressure, make your life left you. Never you hurt a soul unless you have to defend yourself if them try to test you. Thank God for my life, yes. Me wake up this morning and alive, yes. Make them go and judge, nobody no perfect. And Father God alone bring brightness. If you don't like how me say, go find the Lord. Me not no time for the war, got time so hard. Them not mad, me not gonna psycho ward. Or go join the morgan, join my life with you. Few friends from me up with it to me. Me not trust people, come and choose them carefully. Them are not clean, so them can't come near to me. Can't compare to me. No, we don't know when tomorrow might bring me out the future. I was away.
All right. You guys having fun? Do we want to bring Stacy back? Because I see some people have... want to bring her back? All right. Well, we're going to bring on an artist and by the name K-Rock. K-Rock. All the way from Ghana, right? The other jollof rice maker. You know Nigerians make the best jollof rice. Right? All right. Let's bring big K-Rock on the stage and let's give a big round of applause. My brother, come on. Do your thing.
Yeah, my people. Straight from Ghana, GH, West Africa. It's your boy K-Rock, K-R-O-C-K-S. DJ, we're gonna make history tonight. All right.
This one is all like that. Just celebrate what you did before the party. If you don't come out with Pop, I got me when the young guy. Pablo, Mabo, what's up, nigga? I'm my two. Nakashima Kashu, all you. My evil vote, I'm off you. Who won what? What is open? I don't make trust, never the best. My dog will pick up, shit, dog, Mobo, Zero, Nago, Kase, Kasa, Komo, Tiko, Mwasa, Mina, and Aujo, Shiko, Koliko, 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 some chance up. Now bring that man streets worldwide on me like some band, yo. We call them sure lick, yo. Come on for that, y'all lick dick, yo. Stop barking off, that pissed off. Smells like damn heads off. I rage, she fidget strong. Come burn, life with a drum. Fly to the belly, can't travel up, Peter Pan. If I can't do it, man, kill nobody can. Say, Rice, be the man. Don't be scared, I ain't no boogeyman. I ain't playing with them. I said, what's up, can't with them. You're dead, go work. Follow a leader, don't be a hater, the only chaser. It's that paper, you a caper, I'm a shaper. You'll be loco, and this double up. Don't stop, make it hot, make it pop. Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Side now, Gooftown, Kumasi, Accra, ATL, UK, Bombay, worldwide, Koliko.
Straight from Ghana, GH, West Africa. That was Koliko. It's on all digital streaming platforms. Go check it out. Jay, let's go.
Fly a gun, a pelican. Flop, 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 boom. Hey, hey.
All right, so this is Afro drill. You feel me? We gonna study. DJ, let's go.
Same back. Every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Same back. Every now and then. We gotta do it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Got. My man, you know, baby, I say, Bado say, Yento Pa, Unya, Yajambo, Kwan, Semutu, Ajibu, Kwan, Dambo, Fosu, Faking, Kwan, Konkosan, Lehi, some Kwan, Bado, Sika, Hosu, Kwan, she's so fine, talk for a dime and a lift of time, walk with a dime, we gon' shine, roll, watch with big ones, these some reels, not a knockoff, watch your total, get a lift up, falling, dancing to the hand, it started like a sick up, pick your bill up in the pick up, all the line, bullshit, stick or strain the lead, get your head up, shit, too long, money, cars, a bottle, rubber, money bars, Lena, trouble stars, walk on walls, so silver scars, many, mighty roll, she choosing with penny gold, if you me, you'll let it flow, or she really bad it do, I don't know, I'm gonna go. Yenko tente mo ay my baby I say bano say yeno pa unya ya
DJ, we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to cut you. Hold on. We're going to cut some of the show short because we don't have a lot of time. DJ, Afro High Life, drop that.
Backwards entertainment.
Let it blow. All right.
Shorty going down through a shook like a pro, non-stop action. Everybody like, oh, give us your give us your give us your give us your now bring it back up and take it back down. Make it go around, make it go around. Can't promise in the spot, no slow down. Money may come through and blow. I spot a lot, my law, they know my mind. They singing my song, celebration party hard, baby, all night long. Don't flex, KDD all year long. Bring man head to the door, ding dong. Ding dong, bring man head to the door, ding dong. Okay, let's go. Me and my boys come through, we big on it. Got a block on lock, we shot on it. Dipping and dripping, it's squeezing, you can't call it. I'm in that layer rocks, we chop till the mercy me. I do this, real life spit, I don't do this. High headed still with a cool kiss. Open book jet like a school is. Shot me with the filter. I'll buy a fake life, get a life, real one. Ain't got a fake top tier one. Yo, switch it up for the venture stuff. Popping loud on the ranks, we think it's tough. Eat the black ice, when it ain't chin chin chong. God body, we the level that I be on to the next. Neck and rest, be the best. Yes, yes. Good shit. Chit 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 chit. Pape mio, pape, pape mio, pape, pape mio, pape, pape mio, pape. Wanna come around, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Wanna put it down, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Wanna me on town, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. You should know, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. I mean what, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. I hear you, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Come talk, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Only get more, Gabby. All right, Gabby, Gabby. Shut down. Yako, wako, yafe, yako. Wako, 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 yafe, yako. Say yako, na yako, wako, yafe, yako. Wako, say yako. Come help us. I brought my earworms, come help us. Don't be months when there's no papers. Open up, believe in the papers. My bro came through, man, he understood assignment. Like that, you keep it coming. Beats with influence, smoking out, all out and loud. It's smoking out, switch it out. Bring it back, bring it back. Shit a track, you heard, never lack, that's a fact. Slick tech, and the bird, run a track like flow. Say the word, man, and balls on the go. They ain't scared, made it hard so cold. House of blues, man, pain so low. What a mess. Do way better than the best. Take a guess. Yeah, you right, no stress. The same sell, so I'm gonna give from a deal. Lucifer's brother, I'm in a deal. Iteration get you blocked with a Benadryl. Pussy weapon, pure, beat drill. Playing on the perk while you curve your hurt, girl. Go, work, girl. Cross your T's and dot your eyes. Watch, Trump stop, get your mesmerized. Hypnotized, ain't nothing sweet, baby, take your balls and vibes. Get your money up, non-centralized like Bitcoin. Check, with the money team, baby, come join. Quick to pull up in the party, naughty, life for the party, boring, hardy. Show them the whole vibe, African blood, that's on the tribe. Run and tell that to an optimist. Safe watch time fly like on cannabis. Who that? Rider said the water did it. Feeling foggy leak, on corners up. Do the nigga good, hood and do the up. Falling on the Easter, all you do is rap. E niente ho fatto in poco. Mula respect. All I want is my check. No leg veins where the bag is involved. Pray for my wealth, man. Olua is involved. Hop out that I bang so. Things you can't do. Grind more 247. Yeah, complicit. Hustle game on a different level. Break James, my race bezel. Diamond dancing like a tea kettle. Fast life on the gas pedal. Online money with the stocks. Liquid money cooked in the pot. 80-day investments gon' pop. Dream car, house, you gon' cop. This goes out to the boss fellas. Don't care what it costs, fellas. Bumble gooses and chinchillas. Big sweets and big villas.
Yeah.
All right, hold up, DJ.
Yeah. This last song right here, I ain't even released the song yet. Y'all so special, I'm gonna just let y'all hear a little bit. Let's go, DJ. Yeah. Let's take that to the south. All the way to the south. Hey.
Got a boy that's talking like that. Man, I'm bouncing on the track like that. Got a girl shaking booty like that. Everybody wanna party like that.